All right, for more on this, we're joined now by Pimville community leader, Keabetsoe Malebo. Keabetsoe, good to have you with us. Thank you very much for your time tonight. You appreciate the mayor's honesty, her mediatory role that she has played. Has she played it well?
To tell the honest truth, Mr. Mdluli, before I start, I'd like to greet the viewers at home, the viewers of Soweto. She has played a role. Truth be told, she has listened to us. She's the first person to listen to us, and she's adhered to our grievances. And to tell the honest truth, Mr. Mdluli, that we are finding solutions within the community, and the most important thing is that she is being honest about everything that is going on, because to tell the honest truth, I think that politics are coming into play in this regard, because she has responded to us and she has told us matatarna within our community, and she has directed to the relevant people. It's just that the relevant people are not coming into play. The minister is not coming into play in this regard, especially for Soweto. We have been lied to, and I honestly feel that we need more answers from Eskom and the higher authorities.
What do you make of the ANC's caucus in the city of Johannesburg's position that she has blatantly abandoned the Batupili principle and has literally said, well, this is not my problem, it's the problem of Eskom and National, so I'm out of it?
It's not really that she's abandoned it, but truth be told that she has been honest to us in regards to Tabayaure, Matata Eskom ke Matata Eskom. Eskom has been a factor that has been killing the community, and Eskom has not been playing the part. We've been asking for Eskom to come on the ground. We've been in talks with Stephanie Mokoena, who's the regional manager, who's also been listening to us. But we also, I feel that we need senior management of Eskom, which is the CEO, to come on the ground. The CEO is nowhere to be found. We've lost many lives because of electricity. We've lost the life of Khomoto Diale. Not so long ago, I think about a month ago, we lost a mother and a child because of they don't have electricity within the community. So, so those are the kind of factors that are coming into play, and the government is really not playing a role within our communities. The mayor has addressed us and told us that with regards to Tabaya Eskom, Eskom needs to deal with the matter. We are asking Eskom to come on the ground, and we are asking Eskom to deliver a lot of issues that we find ourselves not being answered about.
What do you make then of Daphne's response, the Gauteng official, saying that the blame is really on vandalism of infrastructure as well as illegal connections?
To tell the honest truth, Mr. Mdluli, we are to blame as Sowetans, right? Yes, we have played a part in vandalism, but the problems within our society is not because of vandalism. The problem is that Batuba Bridge, because of problems that are happening within our economic state. We do not have money. We come from lockdown. But by the corona, we should stay home. Obviously, when we stay home, we used a lot of electricity. We never found ways of making money within society. So people found ways of finding themselves being tampering with the infrastructure. But at the end of the day, why are they tampering with the infrastructure? Because Eskom is not coming to the ground. Communities have like 3 years without electricity. Schools do not have electricity. Clinics do not have electricity. What are people supposed to do? Rona relebatu. We do not have help from Eskom. So people will do what they need to do so that they can survive, because we lost a lot of lives within our communities because of Tabaya Mutlakasi. In Sun Valley didn't have electricity for a year and 4 months. We lost Bongkhono. We've got, in my community, we've got now Pimville Zone 3. Pimville Zone 3 in 4 years without electricity. The sad reality is that when I say politics are coming into play, it's so unfortunate that the late Mpho Phalatse, who was the mayor, came last year and only delivered in our community 1 transformer. They had an arrangement with City Power, and they made arrangements for only 1 transformer in our communities, whereby we've got about 7 transformers that are not working. Was it because I was an independent candidate when Nebang campaign la kadika Premier Mayor? We do not know that. But what I'm saying is that right now we need our issues to be solved, and we don't need politics to come into play because of Batuabatu. We are suffering as a community, and there's a lot of issues that we are being faced with, and the government is not doing anything about it. Eskom is not doing anything about it. We still have matata malfunctioning of transformers that are breaking down. As you can see, most of Sowetans right now, transformers are diasho. Why? Because of transformers were installed about 40 years ago. No maintenance was done. And the Sowetans, it's not that Sowetans don't want to pay. What Sowetans are saying is that, what are we supposed to pay for, because the service from Eskom is not good enough for us to pay?
Yeah. Are you saying, as the residents now of Pimville, you are willing to allow technicians to come in and fix this? Because that's the other challenge, that when technicians come in, they fix this situation, they find these substations being vandalized, they find this illegal tampering with their infrastructure. When they try to rectify that, they become attacked.
Another point is that, Mr. Mdluli, technicians in our communities are allowed to come in. We, as community leaders, we do advocate for the safety of technicians, because at the end of the day, if we do not allow technicians to come and fix our transformers, and we chase them, it's a red tape. And then when it's a red tape, then we don't have a service. So what we are saying is that, to the community, is that let technicians do their job, let us find the problem, and let us find solutions in fixing the problem. So we do not do that. We are advocating for that in society. No technicians has been harassed. We honestly tell our people that the technicians so that we can find solutions within our communities, because of, if technicians are not doing the job, how else are we going to know about our problems?
Yeah. We heard something else in the deliberations that were taking place during the march, that there are trust accounts that have been established. I don't know whether they are for each zone, each location, how they actually work, where residents are saying they're now going to be depositing flat rate amounts there, and that's how they're going to deal with this thing.
So, Mr. Mdluli, the problem is NERSA. The problem is NERSA because for 100 Rand, you find that we only get 62 units, right? So what a Sowetan is saying is that the tariffs are high, and the tariffs are high from NERSA itself. So what Sowetans are trying to do is that we are fighting for flat rate, because arena chalete. We really come from COVID, and we need to find solutions of how to better pay Eskom. So what the community is saying is that here is a trust account that we are going to make sure that we try by all means to cap Skolota Sarona that comes from Eskom. But we are not going to pay that debt. We are really going to just try to say, so that we can show as Sowetans that we want to pay. So the trust accounts that you are going to see going forth are trust accounts that to show Eskom that Sowetans are willing to pay for those services, if only they have to come into play, and we don't have to pay for third parties. Our biggest problem within society is that we are paying for third parties. With electricity of 500 rand, it can't last you over 2 weeks. Electricity of 500 rand just lasts you a bare minimum of about a week. So which is wrong, because when we buy electricity, after we have to buy electricity for more than that. So with 500 rand, you probably get like 163 kilowatts. Yes. When you buy again, you find yourself getting lesser kilowatts. Yeah. Why is that?
Because the algorithm, I'm told, immediately says you have now placed yourself above the normal qualifying rate. So in other words, if you are now buying more, it means you can afford more. And therefore, that's why the rate becomes a little bit higher, because that's how the algorithm or the system is being set, to say those who do afford to buy electricity maybe at over 500 rands, this is the rate at which they pay. So when you are coming now from the community and you're saying, now I'm buying over 500 rands, you are now placing yourself in that particular bracket of a higher tariff.
But the problem is that, Mr. Mdluli, that we do not have money to oreka electricity at 1,000 rand so that it can last us a month. Yeah. Pay as you go. Yeah. That's what we earn. If we have 100 rand, you'll buy that electricity for that amount. We are unemployed. We are going to burn a lot of electricity. What are we supposed to do? But the problem is that if bona ile Eskom, they're not coming up with better algorithm systems whereby they're going to say 100 randa, highway 100 randa. Then it can last longer. Don't say 100 randa, it's like a 62 kilowatts, and then 100 randa, I last it for the month.
But there are lots of other issues, man, Keabetsoe. I mean, there are issues of the fact that there are more people connecting than they are catered for example, in a particular residence. Because now there are now big rooms and there are people who are plugging more than one TV, more than one stove, more than one heater. And that is not what that particular household was built to actually have the capacity to handle. How are you going to deal with that?
The government has to deal with that. Because right now, as the community of Soweto, you're looking between 8 million and 10 million people within society, right? We still have illegal foreigners within our communities. And illegal foreigners are jumping on into Soweto. Mikuku ewe bonang, ki mikuku ya batu batu ankamontle. Mikuku ya rona, babatu ba rona. The government, what Eskom needs to do is that now they need to start a regulation whereby bare mukuku li mukuku tshwantse ro regulate. But the problem is that if rona re le batho tshwanetse rona re patale motlakase for mikuku ya rona. What about mikuku, the informal settlements that are scattered out there? You look at Loli. Have you seen Loli? Loli is seen as a tin city. But Loli ki bomang. So you need to make sure that who are you regulating those laws on? Because of Rona Relipo, the community of Pimville, the community of Soweto, we are buying electricity. Some of us are buying electricity. That's what we are advocating for, that mukuku li mukuku, but the thing is that if the government or Eskom is not putting proper measures in place so that bona ba kgone regulate those mutlakase it's not our job as community leaders. The government needs to come in and audit mikuku eling kamara community ya rona. So with that being said, Mr. Mdluli, mikuku eming is audit within our communities. Proper measures need to come. For example, body room. Auditing the room. The rest is not a problem within our society because the students depend on electricity. We are not saying that we are running away from the fact that we are wrong as citizens of Soweto. But the problem is that we are not being educated proper about the misuse of electricity. Teach us better on how to properly use electricity. Rutang batho ba batsho hore elementi e sebetsa so, di ketlele tsa khale, get rid of them. The two plate, get rid of them. If those kind of things are being educated within society, if properly globes are being placed within our communities, that like the way they used to do before. The LED light and say, this globe in any consumption ekana, so therefore and then luna le kgone hore le tsebe ho regulator motlakase hantle tje ka batho. If the government and together with Eskom does that, put proper regulations in place, put proper calculations in place, and do not leave the blame on Sowetans and say, Sowetans did breaches. Breach avail because of Arina Chelet. And that is the honest truth.
14 days now to conclude this particular matter. I mean, what does that look like? When 14 days come and go, or in this 14 days, what are you expecting to come? Are you expecting the minister to respond, to come to Soweto? Are you expecting the CEO of Eskom? What is your expectation of what will happen in this?
We are expecting the CEO of Eskom. We are expecting the minister as well. Because those are big people that need to address this problem for Sowetans, because we are losing a lot of lives and we are losing, in schools, we do not have electricity. Smart boards are not working. So if the minister is not addressing Tabaya Motakasi, the CEO of Eskom is not coming up with proper measures in place for Sowetans, what are we supposed to do as the community leaders? And the biggest problem right now, politics are coming into play, even Lohonache, the notion of no confidence on the mayor. I'm not supporting it, and a lot of Sowetans are not supporting it because of, to tell you the honest truth, we are fortunate that we've got people that listen to us. We are fortunate that we've got a mayor who's making means to listen to us and find solutions, because of the previous government, the ANC never done anything for us. And that is the truth. The EFF does not do anything for the community. All they are doing is just playing radical. All the DA is doing is playing liberal. All the ANC is doing nothing. So to tell the honest truth is that we should give Mpho Phalatse, Dr. Mayor Mpho Phalatse, a vote of confidence of saying, let us wait for her to, as the first female black mayor in the history of South Africa, to find solutions for us, because of she hasn't even served a year. Already we are saying we are vouching for her, and say a lot of people are saying we're pushing a notion of no confidence on her, whereby the previous mayor, which is Hemel Mashaba, under the DA, was supported by a lot of people.
Yeah.
But Janong, because of Janong, it's a female mayor. Now we are taking to the streets and saying we're pushing a notion of.
So you wouldn't support the view? I mean, there are some who are saying there are talks within the multi-party government that maybe they should support the coming back of Mayor Mashaba as the mayor of the city.
We should give Mpho Phalatse a chance. Mr. Mashaba will come back when the time is right. But right now, as black people, as the country, we should support Mpho Phalatse as the first female black mayor in the history of South Africa. We should give her a chance to find solutions for us, because we haven't been serviced for a very long time. Nobody cares for us in the community. So a female mayor who is ready to listen to us and who is finding solutions for Sowetans. So let us listen to her and let us find solutions. We are here as community leaders and many other community leaders. All they just need to do is that they need to just have regular sittings with us, and we can find solutions of how to better our Soweto in terms of the Tabata electricity and many other more service delivery issues.
Completely out of time. Much appreciated. Thanks so much for coming on tonight. That is the leader there of the Pimville community, Keabetsoe Malebo. When we continue